this one. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see Pittsburgh facing the Indiana Pacers. You look at Indiana. They need the boost here from the hometown fans, trailing 2-0. It is critical for them to start to edge back into this series.
And an opportunity here to change the momentum of this series. The odds are stacked against them after losing those first 2 on the road. But now in their building, their fans, it's their chance to get back into it.
Let's check out Pittsburgh's starting lineup. That's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Here's Sasser. Look at Indiana. Even though they start this series in a hole, Greg, it wasn't entirely unexpected, but now at home, they have to put a W on the board.
And you know, Kevin, I look for them to be more comfortable here tonight. You often shoot better at home. Sometimes role players produce more at home. It's an environment and a crowd filled with energy that you're used to.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Indiana off to a slow start. It's a 5-point game. To the inside, Sabonis, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And that's going to be a foul on Pittsburgh.
Well, Sabonis is an unselfish player. You can see it in the actions out there on the floor. He's trying to get the best out of both himself and his teammates.
And Sabonis drops them both. Here's Pittsburgh with the ball. Pass to Lillard. Pittsburgh working the ball around. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Arenas. Miller grabs the miss.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
The trade. Good on the 3-point shot.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Here's Sasser. And that one is hammered home.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
It's rebounded by Indiana.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Unable to get that one.
So far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Here's Miller. Banked in off the glass. Miller's got 5 points so far.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
Outside, Sabonis. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Sasser. 5 to shoot. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger. Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome today.
And so here is Indiana after the basket by Pittsburgh on the other end. Here's Arenas. Nice open look, but it's no good. Here's Pittsburgh with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run right now. That bucket in no time at all. Lillard's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Screen by Sabonis.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Covered by Lillard. He sinks the 11-footer.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Summerziski, and he drops it in from the low post.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence, the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
Get your cameras ready for the Pacers Hype Crew. How much fun is your Pacers Hype Crew? Everyone, make some noise.
Back to Smith. And Smith gets double teamed. Jackson has the open look. Tries again. Pittsburgh pulls it in.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Lillard takes it inside. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Basket counts.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Pittsburgh leading by 13. It's Miller on the wing. Fires for 3. And again, it's Pittsburgh with a 3.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Everyone, come on, let me hear you.
Here's Sasser, still without a basket. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Good elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And there's the pass to Lillard. Takes a 3. And again, it's Pittsburgh with a 3.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
For Indiana, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Here's Sasser. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time. He executed.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Pittsburgh leads by 12. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Pittsburgh.
absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
The attack can come from a lot of ways, either execution or by just getting on the bounce and driving it in, and that's where they've been very effective tonight.
They got Jackson. He's out there with Jackson. Arvin Bagley is out there with Hardy. And it's Sasser in at the point. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Hey, right here.
Pacers trail by 11. Outside Jackson. Lets it go from deep. Pittsburgh pulls it in. For three, Edwards. And again, it's Pittsburgh with a three.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Here's Sasser. He's got 8. Passes to Hardy. Lets the three fly. And the Pacers another three.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.